back on the bluff. It's the Brandon Charles and Antasia once more with 771 Uncensored. Ladies, gentlemen, how are y'all feeling today?
I'm good.
Good, Charles.
It's my birthday.
Hey, happy birthday! How
That's
did I
true.
forget that? Happy
That
birthday,
is very
Antasia.
true. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Come on. Happy
Don't worry,
birthday. Oh, you
Happy
ruined it.
birthday.
I don't feel like doing it anymore.
Hey,
How
well,
about this? How
It's
about
done now. Happy birthday to Antasia, ladies and gentlemen.
celebrating the life of Antasia?
I don't have the lyrics to memory. I'm sorry.
How you black and you don't know Stevie Wonder's version of Happy Birthday?
I'll be honest. I don't listen
That's
to
like-
Stevie Wonder.
You gotta. That's culture.
Eh.
But what are we gonna get into today? Oh yeah, I'm feeling good. But what are we getting into?
Hey, well, it had a lot of things going on over this past week since we last recorded.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Kobe the last time for our first podcast of the spring semester, but his name is being brought up in ways that are not as positive as many would hope it would be. And
This
like,
is
yeah, Charles.
This is all right.
You've heard about it.
So this is all I'm gonna say. As a history major, we always say, those who don't acknowledge history are deemed to repeat it. Now, a lot of people like to get on me because I'm this obsessed Michael Jackson fan, always defending Michael Jackson, always talking about how people are talking about him and his death and how he can't defend himself. And now we've come to the moment in time where history has once again repeated itself. And we're seeing that Gayle King, is that her name, King? Gayle something.
Gayle King.
And Oprah Winfrey are tearing down yet another black man and his death. And they're talking about Kobe Bryant and his rape allegations. And in my opinion, those cases, I believe they were, what's the word I'm looking for? Or the alleged victim, the person who charged Kobe with these crimes, she pretty much didn't testify. So the cases got swept underneath the rug. They were, acquitted.
Just to give everyone some backstory here, Gayle King she did an interview with a WNBA player. I don't know her name. Leslie, yeah. And basically in the interview, he was asking her about her feelings on Kobe and Kobe's death. And then the topic came up of, do you think that the rape allegations?
And why would you bring that topic up?
Which, and to her credit,
know what I mean?
Leslie, she actually defended Kobe.
She handled it well.
And Elsa her homeboy in life. So I mean,
but why bring that up?
it.
You have ample time to ask Kobe in his own lifetime after the cases while he was still playing basketball, and you never asked him then. So what's the point of you asking me now when he's dead? Is it only to destroy the image of the black man, or what?
Right.
Yeah, and trying to have their place still relevant, have a topic to talk about.
Exactly.
Which I don't understand. How old is Kobe again?
He was 40 when he died.
Exactly.
41, I think.
So he had, like Charles said, there was ample time that you could have even asked him.
He had over a decade.
Himself.
Yeah.
He could have came on there. You could have talked to him if you really wanted to know. Now he's dead. Why are you going to talk about it now?
Exactly.
My question for y'all is, because I think we all kind of feel the same way about, she shouldn't have said that. But at the same time, my question to you two is this. Do you think that the backlash she is getting from those
it's
like
well
Snoop
deserved.
Dogg, and okay, so Charles, you think it's
well deserved?
Antasia?
That's what I think.
I haven't seen much of it, but I did see that Oprah said she was scared for her in a way.
Yeah.
She was nervous, she's not in a good place. But this was recent. Kobe just died,
Yeah,
and if you've
literally.
seen the magnitude of how the world reacted to his death,
The world stopped.
Literally, and then you want to bring it rape allegations. It's
Really?
why?
Really?
If you
why?
listen, if you
Pourquoi?
were gonna do this, why didn't you wait? At least past now.
Right.
If you wanted to at least
Exactly.
talk about it, why literally right after his death? So I think
It was insensitive.
Yeah, it was insensitive. She wasn't even considering the feelings of his family and
That's
his
not
wife
good journalism at all.
His wife just lost her daughter and her husband. Do you think she really needs to see the
Right.
allegations
Or does her
I
young
agree.
daughter need to look up her dad one day in the future when they're old enough and they type in Kobe and they see this interview talking about how their dad was a rapist when he wasn't? It's really.
I agree.
Do people only? I'm getting emotionally driven now. But do people only think about themselves?
They do.
People never think about the cause and effect of things. If I do this now, what's gonna happen 10 years down the road? Just because I made this one decision to be selfish and promote my own career, it's People are stupid.
Well, I mean,
that's just stupid.
Well,
and
that's
yes, I do agree with everything Snoop Dogg said, with everything 50 Cent said. I agree with all of it.
I agree with 50 Cent.
Because I'm tired of Oprah and Gayle in specific tearing down black men. I don't care who you are, Kobe, Michael Jackson, I don't care. But I'm sick of media in specific tearing down black men, dead black men, for no reason. For what reason? To destroy our legacy? That way the younger generation has nobody to look up to? I'm sick of it. I really am. And just because you're black, Gayle and Oprah, I ain't going to give you some pass. Your car's getting taken in Black History Month. No. You're either for us or you're against us. And that's just how I see it.
I agree with you in principle. I'll say this. I agree that what she said was out of pocket, and I agree that she shouldn't have said that. And I agree that she deserves backlash that she's getting. But I'm talking about specifically with, Snoop's, comments after the fact. I get that he's mad. It's certain things you don't say on camera. And I get the backstory behind it, and I get, why it was what it was. But I think that as a black man in the culture, someone who a lot of young people do look up to, you can't go out on your platform saying, well, this dog face beat us, that.
I see what you mean.
I mean, it's certain things you just...
But at the same time, that's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I was about to say.
At the same time, though, you can't...
And it was Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. If you're... Snoop Dogg is not supposed to be a role model. Let's get this straight. Number one, he's SNOOP. He's Snoop Dogg. He's a gangster. So at the end of the day, I don't care what people say. Oh, he's supposed to be a figure for kids. Look, he's been Snoop Dogg since day one. He's going to be Snoop Dogg at the end of his life. He's still a gangster. That's how he talks. That's how he's always talked. So I don't see it that way. But I know what you're talking about. He probably should, just because people are looking up to you, and yada, yada, yada. But at the same time...
You can feel how you feel about it. At the end of the day, we are who we are. I just think if
and that's who he is, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
And, my only point with that is, if you had a voice that he has, I'm not saying that you should be held responsible for saying the politically correct thing when someone else is obviously in the wrong. But I do think that was a prime opportunity for someone like Snoop to say that was a bad taste.
I think that's his job. I think that's the job of celebrities. You're supposed to be the voice of the people.
Exactly.
And Snoop Dogg said it himself on, I think it was Ricky Smiley. He said, I was the voice for the people. This is what the people wanted to say. And I said it, which is true. Because I can't say that. I got to get into graduate school and law school. I can't be going on the internet calling people, you funky dog, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I can't be saying that. But he can. So...
And they say it in the way that they are, if that makes sense. They're the voice of the people. But if Snoop Dogg came on there with a whole, grammatically correct paragraph, line
that
by
would have
line,
been really sus.
It would have looked sus.
It would have.
His really publicist wrote that, and Snoop doesn't talk like that.
I agree.
So, he was the voice of the people, but if he didn't sound like himself, would you have believed him?
I wouldn't have if it came out like you said it did. I wouldn't have been mad with him just saying, I am disappointed. This is a certain thing as a black woman you shouldn't want to do, period, in the wake of a black man's death.
During Black History Month.
He did come harsh.
Yeah.
If I was upset like that, if my friend already died, someone that I even looked up to and I was close to, and then I hear this interview, and then I'm going off.
I agree.
And also got to remember Snoop Dogg and Gayle are friends too. They have pictures together.
So that probably hurt him on both ends.
Probably.
One, this is about Kobe, and then I'm close to you too, and you just came at him the wrong way. So I'm pissed.
And
he had to check. She got to check.
I agree. And as much as I may want to not defend Gayle, because what she said is some bullheaded stuff, but at the same time, I think the flip side of the coin is, instead of thinking about, and just I'm talking about me here, if you're talking about Gayle, a lot of people who kind of had the same kind of opinions, maybe Snoop should have calmed it down a little bit. My whole thing is, well, what about Kobe's family? Like y'all said, they have to hear this at some point in time, and especially when they're grieving and stuff. Like y'all said, it's just a bad situation all around. Because at what point do you I
just can't believe Gayle and Oprah. I mean,
Gayle is something.
They got plenty of predators they can talk about, like Harvey Weinstein. And they could have got on Epstein. You know what I mean? All these people.
I feel like
she has pictures with all of them, by the way.
Exactly. All these. And there's there's people we don't, like Spielberg. What's his name? Something Allen. All these people. All these. You know what I mean? Like Woody Allen. That's his name. All these people. Tim Burton. All these European people that you can come after.
Yeah, I think this is where, the mindset of their job comes into place. This
would
be a good story. I'm gonna get views. I'm gonna get publicity from this.
That was a CBS thing, though. It was her job as a journalist to say, well, maybe I don't want to say this, but CBS, that was definitely on their agenda. I feel like
Yeah, it probably was. Cause
I feel like it's a mutual thing because Gayle's been with them for a long time. She's high up. She's probably in that room with them deciding, all right.
Oh, definitely.
So what's question? So I don't want to put it all on CBS. I think it's a. How
about
this, Gayle?
And you've seen that from publicity and media. Like they discuss what they're gonna talk about. It's nothing like boom.
Right.
Like I just surprised you what I was gonna talk about.
It's like a writer's room. There's pre-production.
Yeah, exactly. I think CBS is the company. Yeah, but that's Gayle's nest right there.
It's a media company.
Really, and it's kind of like what's that movie, The Hate You Give? It's kind of like when the little girl was talking to her uncle. Like, so you tell me, and the uncle's a black cop, and this is after they leave the hood and they go stay with their uncle and they're in the suburbs and whatever. And she asks her uncle, like, so you're telling me, if you saw a white man in a car who could be a drug dealer too, in the middle of Beverly Hills, and he just stopped for no reason, you wouldn't stop him, but you'd go check the black dude who looks like they're both drug dealers, but you're gonna go to the black dude? And the black cop was like, yeah, I'm still gonna go for the black person. She was like, how could you? And I think it's one of those, like Antasia was saying, the whole, maybe that's just how their job is, the Eurocentric, like, norms of society. So maybe she was like, oh, another dead black man. Let me hop on this. It can be a good story. Da-da-da-da. But it's like, who's thinking for themselves?
Who here has watched The Men in Black before? I know it's random, but it has a point. It has a point to the question though. Who has watched The Men in Black? The first one.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I can't recall like everything.
There's a sequence at the beginning when like everyone is doing the Men in Black training to see who would best, be best for the job, and it's this little like run through they do where they have to go and kill all the monsters and make sure they don't get any human beings or whatever.
Oh yeah. All right.
I am willing to bet that at the police training centers, all of the bad guys,
the Oprah and Gayle are aliens. I'm just kidding.
You're stupid. All of the bad guys, all of those little cardboard fixtures are black people. I'm willing to bet. Bring me into any FBI headquarters. Yeah. It's a Hispanic guy or it's a black guy. And all of the innocent civilians are always the whites. I'm saying the whites.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's reality. I mean, you can't deny it. Whether you get offended or not by listening to this, I'll be straight up. We don't live in an equal society at all. To where, you can say that, oh, it's 2020. We live in a world where black and white are equal. And I had a dream today that the color of the skin. Look, all that is just words and literature. Because when it comes down to reality, we're still not equal in this society. There's still white supremacy that's ruling this earth. And until the day where no man is supreme over another man, no one race is that way, who knows how it's going to be? And who knows if that's even possible? Because at this point, it's so deeply rooted in the way we live that it's going to take just as much time as it took to put us in a situation to get us out. So if it took 400 years to enslave us mentally and physically, it's going to take 400 years for us to get back to where we were. So it's about patience at this point.
I agree.
It would be a dream to see like equality in our lifetime, but I doubt it.
It's not going to happen.
Because like you said, it's deeply rooted. Like deeply rooted. Like even babies younger than me are like right. They know the.
Exactly. Well, I mean, already my 7-year-old brother has already been saying things. I gotta cut him off. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Chill out. Let me educate you correctly on this subject.
Because, like, we're trying to correct the older generation, like, older than us, while they're still teaching the younger generation. And
we're but what's good about us, though? We got to make sure that when we're talking to the younger generation, we're not putting the acid of hate that has fucked us up, we can't let it destroy them. You know what I mean? Like, so, because some of us in our generation, I'll say, are pretty prejudiced towards white people. And they did all this to us. We can't dish that back out.
Oh, I can't stand it. Like when black people purposely try to make a white person uncomfortable.
Exactly.
I can't because I'm like, white people may have done bad things.
But that guy didn't do nothing to you.
Yeah, but every white person you see isn't gonna be rude to you. Exactly. That's why I'm nice to literally everyone.
Exactly.
Because I'm like,
you must be.
More often like the
because it's really the system rather than people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the system that's in place that's doing it, not really the people.
Some parents,
it's a select few people.
Like all white people are bad. Yeah, and I can't. Like, they're not.
That's not true at all, actually. And all black people are good. Because we got people like Gayle and Oprah who... What's our next topic, dude? I can talk about this forever. Because I don't like...
We can go on forever.
I really don't like this. Because it happened with Michael Jackson. It happened with Nat King Cole. And it's just history repeating itself over and over. So who's going to be the next black person in the next 20, 30 years who's going to die and be just disrespected in their death? Who can't defend themselves.
Let's talk about
each decade.
Let's talk about the coronavirus.
Well, that's blown up in a week.
Well, so we recorded our last podcast the Friday before last.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, the death toll was around 130 330, I want to say.
Now, well, you said it's 350 last night. Now.
No. I mean, I'm saying back then when we gave like that podcast, it was like in the